What's up, people? It's your girl, Adeola. It has happened, though! Hey, it has happened, though! It has happened! My people! You see what I've been talking about? You know, all of you that are saying that Mr. President is the best president we've ever had. G.E.J. Ebele Jonathan, he's not corrupt. You see what he did last week? You see? I'm sure that you've all heard that he suspended the central bank governor, Lamido Sanusi. Yeah, so wait, Koledowo, can he actually do that? Like, in a democratic country, can the president, like, suspend the CBN governor? Is that allowed? Sorry, my people, I'm just, wondering how independent the central bank really is if the president can do and undo. Just because the governor made it known publicly that billions of dollars of our oil money is missing at the NNPC. I mean, I don't understand why they are not investigating the NNPC up till now. Instead, he suspended the whistleblower. Yeah, Naija. See my eyes getting big. Did you know that he met with the NNPC people that day in a closed-door meeting in Aso Rock before he announced the suspension of the CBN governor? You see, a country where you have freedom of speech, but your freedom is not guaranteed after the speech. What do you call that? Why didn't Jonathan act the same way when Madam Stella's issue came up? You also pardoned a convicted criminal, Alamesia, but it's not hard for you to suspend a CBN governor for exposing embezzlement? Seriously, Mr. Goodluck Ebele Jonathan, why should why should anybody believe that you are truly fighting corruption? Give me one reason, just one. And where is Madam Ngozi when all of this is going on? Where is our madam? What is the meaning of this now? You are making it look as if Madam is happy that the CBN governor is suspended. You're making it look as if she knows about it, as if she's behind it. Mind yourself. Mind yourself. I've been telling you. Don't mind me, my people. This woman is a woman of integrity. Yes, she has worked at the World Bank for decades. She's Harvard trained. She can never do anything wrong. Mind yourself. Disrespecting our princess. Look at you. And the madam at NNPC. Yes, I don't even know what to say. I don't understand. Her ministry has been accused of several corruption practices, yet somehow this woman has managed to remain under the radar. It's like there's a touch not my anointed sign written all over her, as in whenever they're touching everybody else. Now, you get what I'm saying? Never mind. But there is something that I don't understand, though, in this whole drama. I keep asking myself, why did it take this long for the CBN governor to come out with this information? Because he's been the governor of the CBN since 2009. It's gonna be 5 years this June that he was appointed the CBN governor. And I'm sure that money had been disappearing at the NNPC every year. I don't believe money just started disappearing at the NNPC last year. I'm trying to make a point. Because they were all friends. Sanusi, Ngozi, Madweke, and Mr. Jonathan, all of them were friends. Remember that he supported the removal of oil subsidy? He was part of the panel that tried to convince us that it's the best thing to do. I mean, how come he didn't speak out then that we didn't need to remove subsidy since we're misappropriating billions of dollars at the NNPC? Am I making sense? Not only that, there were so many loans that these organs at the top were taking from the CBN all these years, and this man did not say anything. You guys know I'm a little girl. I don't know anything, and I don't pretend like I know anything. But something ain't right. Something smells. I don't know exactly what it is. Why did Sanusi wait till elections are getting close? Does he also have an agenda? You get what I'm saying? I'm just trying to be objective, please. But it looks to me like he really played the Jonathan administration and they fell for it. Yes, he played them and they fell for it. The only way out for them is to restore him back to his position and let him finish his term. No matter what happens, let this man finish his term. Because right now, he's an international hero and he's winning in the court of public opinion. I'm sure many of you would agree with me on that. But he was one of them. One of those who put us where we are today. Don't get me wrong, I don't have anything against Mr. Lamido Sanusi. As far as I'm concerned, he's actually very brilliant and very smart. And he's more articulate than many of our present officials in Nigeria. When he speaks, what is this now? Did I say that he's more articulate than Mr. President? I didn't say that. Everybody knows that already. I don't have to say it. Why do you have to make it so obvious? trying to disgrace His Excellency, go and listen to his last speech. You will know that His Excellency has really improved. You guys know I've been reading people's comments on this whole drama on the internet. I've been reading people's comments, and I think I should read at least one for you guys. Let's see. This person says, if only Goodluck Ebele Jonathan could be suspended and replaced during one of his virtually wasteful globetrotting jamboree. Yeah. Nigerians, how dare you talk to Mr. President like that? You want the president to be suspended? No, forget it. No more comments. Now, having said all that, it's very important not to forget the missing money. At first, it was $49 billion, and later they said it's $20 billion. We still don't know where the $20 billion is, which is why 2 weeks ago I talked about some of the things that the missing money could do in Nigeria. You know, the fact that it took the CBN governor this long to bring it up doesn't undermine the importance of finding out where the money is, and that should still be our focus. We need to find out where the money is. We need to go after the money. I'm not saying that we should forget about the money, please. That should still be the main focus. Anyway, the movie is still playing and the theater is Nigeria. Of course, get your tickets, because next week you'll be sure I'll be here to give you guys updates. And guess what? I'm just keeping it real. By the way, guys, I am so sorry about last week's episode. I really apologize. We had some major technical challenges, and I really apologize. But you guys know what? Call it the war. Oh, such a darling. He was able to make it happen. He worked so hard until we were able to bring out something. Call it the war. Do well, my brother. I'm very proud of you. Look at him blushing. Except you refuse to show your face. Now to a serious issue.
Can you please just shut up?
No, I won't shut up. Not when you are telling everybody that clearly we are winning the war against terrorism. What is the meaning of that now?
Just shut up.
No, I won't shut up. My people, if you've been following the news, Boko Haram has been killing people left and right lately, wiping out a whole village. They killed so many people in Borno last week. Almost 200 if you add all the casualties together. Do you know that in one day alone, they killed 106 people in one village? Just imagine if 106 people die in your hometown in one day. People like you and me. Seriously. So the governor of Borno, that is Governor Kashim Shettima, told journalists that Boko Haram fighters are having the upper hand, and that they should send more soldiers to the region. And not only that, the governor said that Boko Haram fighters are better equipped than the Nigerian army. You know what Dr. Okupe said in response to the governor? He said, it is clear that Governor Shettima doesn't have the expertise to categorize or classify the effectiveness of any weapon. I was like, what? So his knowledge of weapon is what you are now talking about, Dr. Okupe. In all of this, whatever happened to acknowledging the fact that human lives, like yours, Dr. Donyi Okupe, like mine, human lives were cut short in their prime. People were killed without any help from law enforcement officers. Do you guys know that Boko Haram people spent 5 hours in that village that day? Uninterrupted operation. Listen to this. He said, we believe strongly that the statement made by the Borno State Governor Alhaji Kashim Shettima that the insurgents are better armed than our military is based purely on a civilian perception of the situation at hand. What is a civilian perception? They like to confuse us with big grammar. Another perception and reality talk. Remember when President Jonathan also said perception is different from reality? What? So this governor is saying that Boko Haram people are killing his people, and all you can say is that he has a civilian perception. Okay. They came in trucks and motorcycles, and the other day they even killed 6 soldiers. So you don't think that they are better equipped? What is Mr. President saying about all these killings? Oh, I forgot that he's been very busy. He's been traveling a lot lately. Yes, Mr. President, visiting kings and emirs and traditional rulers. The other day he visited the Oni of Ife, and then the Alaafin of Oyo, and then the Oba of Lagos, and then the Emir of Kano. Yes, you see why I said that Jonathan is a good man? Visiting everybody. By the way, I don't know how true it is, but I'm hearing that these are all election strategies. You guys know I don't know anything, but apparently he's been visiting big churches too. The other day he went to Living Faith. It was a great reception, I'm telling you. And then he went to a redemption camp. Che. Of course, he's not campaigning. Of course, he's not campaigning. So when people tell me that these are all election strategies, I look at them like enemies of progress. I said to them, Hatta, Nigerians are not stupid now. For the past 3 years, he didn't know the address of these kings and these rulers. And now that the election timetable has been released, suddenly he knows where they live and how to get there. So you think because of that, Nigerians would now vote for him? No. Don't get me wrong, don't get me wrong. I'm not saying that people should not vote for Goodluck Ebele Jonathan if that is what you want. In fact, I think he's a good guy. I mean, a good man. But all I'm saying is, I'm sure that you won't vote for him based on his recent visits to Obas or his visit to your church. I'm very sure that you will vote for the man that can do the job or the woman that can do the job. Abi, am I lying? But it's very sad that Boko Haram is not the only one killing us. We're also killing ourselves. And that is really, really sad. I was just reading the story of a beautiful 17-year-old girl who was brutally killed by cultists because she won't go out with them. I mean, I've not been myself. Since I read that story, Opeyemi Odusanya was a 300 level student at Bowen University. And 300 level at the age of 17, that's to tell you how smart. She was studying biochemistry. So Opeyemi was home at her parents' house, and then she decided to step out to purchase a phone recharge card. And of course, these cult guys had been monitoring her movement. Do you know that they followed her into her parents' house, and unfortunately, she was the only one at home. So they instructed her to turn on the power generator so that the neighbors won't hear her screaming. And then they tried to rape her, but she put up a fight. So then they decided to stab her in the stomach, and they stabbed her several times until her intestines were coming out. And then they left her in the pool of blood, a 17-year-old girl. Can you imagine? They stole her cell phone, and then they drove out in the parents' car. So then they sent a text message to her mom using Opeyemi's cell phone that they killed her because she refused their advances, and that because she was proud. I was like, how? How can a human being have the heart to do something like this? And on top of that, they said to her parents in the text message, if you want your car back, come to Laka's Hotel or Celeb bus stop around mile 2 to pick it up. If we see any policemen around, we will kill everybody. No, can you believe that young guys would do this to a girl because she refused to sleep with them? I mean, how did we get here, Nigerians? How did we get here? University students doing this to a girl. How did they sleep at night? How did they live from day to day with human blood in their hands? And if they're doing this now, I keep wondering what they would do when they grow up. If only anything could bring Opeyemi back. Please, to all the students that are watching me, please don't join secret cults. You will go deeper than you wanted to, and you will do things that you never thought you would. My heart goes out to Opeyemi's parents and her whole family. I'm just praying that God will comfort them, because I don't know what you can say to somebody in this kind of situation. May her soul rest in peace. Guess what? I'm just keeping it real. I said it's not possible. I said this. Wait a minute. My people, sorry. Me and Koledo, we've been arguing over something, and I really need your help in winning this argument. Does this look like a 17-year-old man to you? Take a good look now. For where? I'm not buying that. Does it look like a teenager? Okay. That is the picture of the 17-year-old soccer player, Joseph Minala from Cameroon. Sup, bro? How you doing? He's actually a good player, by the way. And I'm very proud of him. In fact, he's so good that he's now playing for the Italian club Lazio. The only problem is the dude don't look 17 to me. He looks like a grown man. Don't you see that? You know what I mean? Put up that photo. Take a look at this photo of him holding a lady. A 17-year-old can hold a lady down like that. You get what I'm saying? He ain't no 17. I mean, he doesn't look 17 to me. Anyway, the drama started when a Senegalese media reported that the dude confessed to them that he's almost 42 in an interview. So people started, raising their eyebrows like, oh yeah, he looks like a grown man. But he denied having that interview. And of course, since he's really good, the Italian club released his immigration document saying that he's 17. And then they released a statement that they're very sure that he's 17, especially when you talk to him. I said, what do you mean when you talk to him? I can act like a 6-year-old, and that doesn't mean that I'm 6. Again, I'm not saying that he lied, though. I beg, before anybody quotes me, maybe he's 17. I don't know. But physically, he looks more advanced. And why does he look older than all his teammates? Have you seen all his photos? And in all the pictures that I've seen, he even looks older than his coach. Sorry about that. But yeah, that's the truth. By the way, when the story broke out, he went and deleted all his social media accounts. He deleted his Facebook, his Instagram. And that is what I was trying to tell Kolido, that if you're sure of yourself, why do you have to delete your social media account where people will be able to see pictures of you graduating from junior high school, pictures of you when you were young, as evidence to support your claims that you're really 17. And then finally, his agent made a statement that Minala has had a hard life growing up. Yeah, I said, no doubt about that. For you to look like this at 17, it must have been rough. Yeah. Now the club is threatening to sue the Senegalese media outlet that reported the story. You guys know I did not say that he lied. You are my witness. I beg, I'm just keeping it real. And moving on to Ghana, a female politician called Anita Desoso recently made an unbelievable statement. You guys know that the Ghanaian currency, the cedi, has been dropping lately. So a radio station called Mama Anita to hear her opinion about the dropping cedi, only for my sister to drop the bomb. I could not believe it. This woman said the reason the cedi is dropping is because juju men are now using black magic to send dwarf to steal the money from the vault of the Bank of Ghana. Charlie, do you have that photo? These are the dwarfs responsible for the Ghanaian cedi dropping. I think that the radio station was expecting something more tangible from this woman, especially since the president just appointed her as the head of the National Disaster Management Organization. But honestly, if she had kept quiet, she would easily have blended in with the rest of her colleagues like sorry, I can't really mention any name. Yeah, you get what I'm saying. Yes, because this person has not spoken yet. But I was going to say that, that guy at the ministry where everyone knows that he doesn't fit, but, he's there because it was very loud during the election. Did I not tell you that I'm not showing any photo? What is your problem? You want Ghanaians to come after you? This has nothing to do with me. You are on your own. Why are you putting up this photo? Especially when he's not the only one. Did I mention any names, madam? We all know you don't have a degree in economics unless we're talking about Makola economics, okay? But I have to blame the radio station because they know that she's not an economist. They just wanted to embarrass this woman. Yes. I mean, why can't they call the vice president, who is actually an economist, or the finance minister? You get what I'm saying? Even the failed vice presidential candidate of the opposition, NPP, is also an economist, even though we don't know what he would have said because when he was governor at the Bank of Ghana, the CD fell at that time as well. But all these people are there. And then they went and called Mama Anita Desoso to ask her about falling CD. My sister, please don't mind them, Ojare. Don't let anybody stop you from eating your kinky. You get what I'm saying? Next time, just tell them that it is the devil himself who has stolen the CDs from the Bank of Ghana. Guess what? I'm just keeping it real. So did you guys hear about that Ethiopian guy that hijacked a plane? I almost had a heart attack. When I heard that an Ethiopian airline plane was hijacked, I thought, yay, terrorist attack on my people. You know how much I love Ethiopia. Okay, imagine how upset I was when I found out that it was the co-pilot who hijacked the plane because he wanted asylum in Switzerland. I was like, what did I said, my brother, so because you're tired of living in Ethiopia, that is why you risked the lives of hundreds of people? Just imagine, the plane took off from Ethiopia, heading for Rome, so they were already in the air. And then the main pilot went to the restroom. That was when this man locked the cockpit door. And then he changed the course of the plane towards Geneva, Switzerland. He claimed that he feels threatened in his own country, Ethiopia, and that he wants to make an asylum claim in Switzerland. I'm not saying that he lied, but is there a war going on in Ethiopia that I'm not aware of? Like, seriously? I have a lot of friends in Ethiopia and they never say to me that they need to hijack a plane right now to escape. And as a pilot, I wonder how much time he spends in Ethiopia anyway. So why take your frustration on the passengers? Seriously, if you're disgruntled and threatened, or you're fed up, or whatever, get a visa. My brother, get a visa. They call it visa. And relocate yourself. Just you. I heard that he's now been arrested. I said, of course, that was a stupid move, which is why they probably now consider him as a terrorist. I had people on that plane, people who were coming to watch Keeping It Real live and direct, and they were going to Rome, and then from Rome they would come to New York. You get what I'm saying? That was the plan before this man disrupted all our plans. You know, he did the same thing that that Chinese guy did in 1998. You remember that Chinese guy, a pilot of the Chinese national carrier Air China, who hijacked his own passenger plane as well when they were going to Taiwan. That one was also claiming that he was disgruntled with life in China. God knows what. You see why I'm saying that we need to start examining the emotional state of our pilots. Again, I don't know anything. I beg, I'm just keeping it real. Now to the ridiculous news from Nigeria this week. The EFCC was able to provide enough evidence that an ex-banker, Jamiu Sheon Odunayo, stole 8.9 million naira. So the guy was sentenced to 115 years in prison, 115 with no option of bail. The good thing is he's serving the sentence concurrently because they gave him 3 years for each of the 39 counts. That means that he will only be spending 3 years in prison. Now in the same week, the EFCC was not able to provide enough evidence that the former Speaker of the House of Representatives, Mr. Dimeji Bankole, stole billions. They could not come up with evidence that he benefited from the embezzled money. Don't forget that in May of 2011, they found $1 billion in Mr. Bankole's domiciliary account. That is about 165 billion naira, apart from the other money that he has embezzled. Investigations confirmed then that 44-year-old Dimeji Bankole diverted funds meant for budgetary allocations into his own personal account. In other words, he stole the money meant for some development projects in Nigeria, and that was why the EFCC arrested him. Unfortunately, when the matter got to court, the EFCC could not provide any evidence that he actually benefited from the embezzled money. Meanwhile, the man that stole 8 million naira, they were able to come up with more than enough evidence that the guy was sentenced to 115 years in prison. You see how the judiciary system never works when someone who stole a lot of money is involved? Yes, but when the person steals smaller amounts, somehow the system works with no glitch whatsoever. They can always come up with evidence when you are nobody and when you've stolen little amount. Guess what? Last week, Dimeji Bankole was declared not guilty. I was like, what did you be? I was like, oh, let's speak me away, yeah. EFCC, this is how you now operate, Since Mr. Nuhu Ribadu left, your reputation has been going down. You get what I'm saying? You pick up people and everybody starts to laugh because they know that nothing will come out of it. His bank account shows more money than he was getting paid. No, they released the list of people that they've successfully convicted. I don't know if you've seen it. I said, I don't see any big names in this list now, except unemployed graduates who are doing yahoo, you know, people who stole cell phones, like that 18-year-old girl that I talked about the other time who spent 3 years in prison for stealing a cell phone. No big names. By the way, I heard that EFCC is going after Madam Stella Odua. I just laughed. I'm sorry, but it's just that I don't have any confidence in the EFCC. In case you don't know it, by not upholding justice, you know, you're teaching young people in Nigeria that the way to go is to steal. You're teaching us that we should steal, and when you steal big. That is the message you're passing across. Anyway, you guys know I'm just a little girl. I mean, what do I know? I don't know anything, I beg. I'm just keeping it real. Now, before I leave today, I'd like to draw your attention to the story of a 30-year-old Nigerian woman who is battling cancer right now, Ms. Kuburat Yusuf, a mother of 2. According to Dignity for the Helpless Foundation, that's an NGO that is helping in assisting Kuburat to raise money to treat her breast cancer. You know, they said that she needs 3.6 million naira. That's a little over $18,000 to undergo a total mastectomy operation of the left breast. I'd like to warn you though that this picture of Kudura that I'm about to show you is very graphic. So if you have children watching, please, you can tell them to look away. But yeah, so this is what's going on with her right now. As you can see, the cancer had eaten so bad into her breast. And do you know that all they've been giving her till now is just painkillers? I can't process that in my mind, that somebody is going through all of this and all they are able to give her right now is painkillers. I don't know. I've just been really disturbed since I saw this video, and I think you should. This is the video of Kudirat and her husband.
I'm dying, I'm tired of this.
The tears of a young woman battling with cancer. Kudirat Yusuf is just 30 years old. Her husband Victor says the ordeal began 5 months ago.
She just called me one day on my way back from work that she noticed something on her breast. Then I asked her to go for a checkup in hospital, that is general. She told me she couldn't see the doctor for that day. You know, general's first and all those things. She need to go back again the following day. She go there for 3 days before seeing the doctor. So immediately she started using the drug. The thing now started coming out bigger.
This medical doctor that has been taking care of her says she's only been placed on painkillers because there is no money for specialists to save her life.
She has a fulminating cancer of the left breast, which is ruptured already. It's presently on palliative management.
When
because
you say palliative, in simple words, what does
antibiotics,
that mean? Oh, okay.
anti-pains, you know, because we've not gotten money to do the right thing.
More than $18,750, which is more than 3 million naira, is required. From the whiteness on her palm, you can tell that Kudirat is losing a lot of blood and obviously a lot of weight. This is hoping that you'll be kind enough to reach out and assist in whatever way you can.
I want for Nigeria to help me out of this situation. I'm dying.
I don't know. I've just been really disturbed since I saw this video. How come all they're giving her is painkillers? That's beyond my mind. If you're able to donate towards her treatment, please contact any of these people, any of the people listed in the video. Her husband's phone number is there, or call the NGO directly. That is Dignity for the Helpless Foundation. This is somebody that actually needs to be flown abroad for treatment. The hospital in that video, to me, I know that they're trying their best, but to be honest, that hospital that I'm seeing, it doesn't look well equipped to me. And that's why I'm doing this kind of show, is so that I can talk about people like Kudirat, and that I can keep talking about why we need to have good hospitals in Nigeria. Because every day we are losing lives, we're losing brilliant people, we are losing stars, we are losing people that would probably do great things to illness like cancer, like diabetes, and so on and so forth, because our hospitals are not well equipped. And guess what? I'm just keeping it real. Alright, y'all, it's been real, and I'm keeping it real right up in here. Until next week, I'm gonna see y'all later. Peace out.
Welcome to Forstview Luxury Hotel. At Forstview Luxury Hotel, we offer excellent service. Our rooms have all the necessary facilities to make your stay comfortable and memorable. You will also have access to internet service, breakfast, 24-hour power supply, full air condition, free international calls, free tire pumping service, and free car battery charge. So what are you waiting for? Quickly visit Forstview Luxury Hotel. We are located at #1 Adeola Mishile off Raji Rasaki Road, First Estate, Amuwo, Odofin Festac, Lagos. For more information or reservation, please call us on 08075787135 or 08099900601. You can also take advantage of our online ongoing promo at www.forceviewhotel.com to make your reservation and payment for your favorite room, which attracts a discount rate. Please note, rooms are reserved based on first come, first serve. Forstview Luxury Hotel. Experience the home of comfort. They come.